Hello and welcome to The Print. I'm here in Colombo because today is the day that Sri Lanka is electing its next president. It's an incredibly close presidential race between the three top contenders. It's a tripartite race between incumbent President Ranil Wickremesinghe, the leader of the opposition Sajith Premadasa, and Anurakkumar Dissanayake, who heads the Marxist JVP, part of the National People's Power Alliance. There's a lot at stake for the 22 million Sri Lankans, of whom around 17 million are eligible to vote. This is the first presidential election since the 2022 economic crisis caused a popular uprising and absolute political upheaval. But what makes this election interesting is that there's no clear winner because it doesn't look like any of the top three candidates will be able to form a majority. So what that means is for the first time in Sri Lankan history, there might have to be a second round of counting of the votes because on the Sri Lankan ballot, voters can pick their top three preferences of candidates. It's an incredibly close race, and what that means is for the first time in Sri Lankan history, there might have to be a second round of counting of votes to count the second preference on the ballot paper. The ballot paper this time is extremely long. There are around 38 presidential candidates in the fray, and voters have been telling us that they need to fold up the paper about 3 to 4 times to be able to cast their vote. Here's what voters in Colombo have to say. So you just cast your vote. This is an incredibly decisive election. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's really time for a change. All citizens of Sri Lanka are really desperately wanting a serious change where we have a fresh government and we really need economic growth. So I think, really hope that all people think wisely and vote cautiously this time. Yeah, it's a very vital election.
It looks like it's such a close race that there won't be a clear majority. How do you foresee the next couple of days going?
I think, it all depends on who the people have voted for. But I think, I'm expecting a very calm environment, hopefully, because, we've gone through enough in the past. So I think a calm environment is indeed needed.
So, who are you voting for?
This time I'm voting for the current president. This is one of the few times, this must be the only time in my life, no one knows who's going to win. Because up until the last election, you can say with high degree of probability who's going to win. But this time you can't. So anyway, I'm supporting the current president's process and his economic recovery first. So I'm voting for him. That's what I'm doing this time.
Do you think he's done a good job of putting Sri Lanka on the path to economic recovery?
Yes, of course. I remember the time we had to pay around 1,500 for a liter of fuel. There were queues and the economy was in shambles and the rupee was depreciating. Our assets were literally vaporized, the asset values dropped and the inflation, now it's down to a single digit. So those are the main reasons that I'm voting for him. And I believe we have to go down this path. See, the economy is not in the best position at the moment, but we'll have to practice economic restrictions and discipline, especially monetary discipline, because that's what got us into this horrible place 2 years back. So that's why I'm supporting him.
What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Akhtar Karim.
What do you do?
I'm in business and a little bit of politics as well.
What are your thoughts on this election?
Very hard to predict and it'll be a very close fight. But the best part is very calm and quiet, the Colombo. That is the best part of it. So I hope nothing goes wrong towards the evening,
Yeah. Do you think this government has done enough to put Sri Lanka on the path to economic stability?
They have done so, but still there is a lot more to go, So that's why there's a small fight. Otherwise, it would have been a plain sailing for the Prime Minister. So let's see. We hope for the best.
This is Vandana Menon reporting with video journalist Mahira Khan from Colombo for The Print.